So we talked about the rookies today. Now let's talk about the sophomores, starting with Lamello Ball. The reigning rookie of the year showed out last night in just 20 minutes, 15 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, still has that flash to his game. I'm excited to see what he does this year, obviously. And then there's Tyrese Haliburton, who is coming off his own impressive rookie campaign. He dropped a cool 11 points last night and a game-high plus 15 in Sacks win over Phoenix. And then there's Anthony Edwards. He wasted no time reminding us what he can do. Just 2 minutes into the game, we saw this, the steal, the flush, and the attitude. A lot of people in Mini are excited about Ant and excited about his post-game press conferences as well. But speaking of preseason dunks, guys, let's run it back to the best preseason dunks of all time. Number 5, Jeremy Evans blocks Freddie Curry. Dunks all over him. Perk.
Ooh. Jeremy Evans always looks like it hurt him.
That's a good one. You can't have any type of dunk countdown without Vince Carter.
Oh my gosh.
Up and under in preseason.
That is way harder than it looks.
Everything you know.
That was way harder than it looked.
The shimmy?
Woo! Dang.
Exactly. Number 3, 2000, more Vince, of course. Preseason. He's doing this in preseason.
Greatest in-game dunker of all time.
I mean,
in Chapel Hill, too.
Low.
You knew he was going to put on a show there, too, in his old stomping grounds. Number 2, 2003, Gerald Wallace.
I almost don't even recognize Wallace there.
I miss those baggy unis.
Yeah, that landing is pretty cool. Does a 360 on it, huh?
Yeah, but certain people you just know not to try to take control.
And he was one of them? How about 97? We all knew this was going to be in the top spot. Mamba. Ben Wallace. 8, Kobe with the fro and the jam.
Slam dunk champ his rookie year.
Ooh, I missed them, man.
Crazy.
You can do that, right, Perk? See it?
You can still.
Statue of Liberty dunk.
No.
I see it. Maybe on your kids' hoops. That's okay. Perk, I do want to talk a little bit more about the sophomores that we went over at the beginning of the segment. Who do you think will have the best season this year?
You know how I feel about Lamello Ball. I feel like he's bringing, whatever back to that area, some good light and atmosphere. I'm going with Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man. Look, I was high on him last year. I thought he should have won Rookie of the Year. I'm not mad at Lamello Ball for winning it. But look, this kid right here has the athleticism of a Russell Westbrook. It's nothing that he really lacks, right? He could get a little bit more consistent with his three-point shot. But far as him putting up those 40 pieces that he had last year when he finally was inserted into the starting lineup, I'm looking for Anthony Edwards to actually be an all-star this season.
Ooh, I mean, I was going to say Anthony Edwards as well. I don't know if I'll go all-star this season just because how good the West is and how good the backcourts are there. But Anthony Edwards in the second half of the season, especially after the all-star break, when he really got comfortable in Chris Finch's new system, Chris Finch looked at the way they had been playing, the way Anthony Edwards had been playing, and said, look, we don't need you to dribble as much as you do. We need you to stand there and make threes, but just get to the basket and do the things that you do great already. And people forget Anthony Edwards reclassified. So he should really be a rookie this year. He's younger than most rookies, so he's already that big and physical at his age. He's going to get bigger and faster and more. I mean, I like the Westbrook comparison athletically because I don't think he's even close to what he's going to be in another couple of years.
So you both think that Anthony Edwards is going to have the best season of the sophomores, but Perk, who do you think has the most to prove this season?
It's James Wiseman, right? The number 2 overall pick. A guy that when he went out of the lineup due to his injuries, the Warriors actually played better without him on the floor, and Looney was the center. So James Wiseman has a lot to prove, right? He has to come in and show us that he's capable of, 1, anchoring the defense, 2, being a lob threat, finishing at the basket, and being able to fit with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and the rookies that they just drafted this offseason, because let's keep it real. The Golden State Warriors, they still have championship aspirations on their mind. So Wiseman is going to be the key. And the bigs that he have to go against in the Western Conference, when you talk about Jokic, when you talk about Anthony Davis, You talk about DeAndre Ayton, like he has to make sure he strap up his boots every single night. So he has the most to prove. James Wiseman.
Yes, to me, it's Wiseman as well, just because of who was drafted before and after him. Okay, so they had a choice, and they passed on Lamello Ball to take James Wiseman because they feel that strongly about James Wiseman's long-term future. Now, last year, he got a lot of opportunities to play because they didn't have Clay, because of some of the injuries. And also, the Warriors weren't necessarily chasing a championship last year. I don't know if you caught Steve Kerr's quote last night at the end of the game. He said, we're chasing wins this year. And he smiled. In other words, we're going to play the vets. They played the vets in the first preseason game. Like, you know, most championship contenders don't play the vets all that much during the preseason. They just give all those minutes to the rookies. Last year, James Wiseman was given a lot of minutes because they wanted to bring him along. This year, he's going to have to earn his minutes because they don't want to necessarily play him at the expense of Steph Curry, Draymond, Clay if they're rolling.
Look, there was all the chatter that the 2020 draft class was weak. I think what we saw last year, that was the complete opposite, and that this 2021 class was the strongest. It's going to be interesting to see as time goes on which class is going to be stronger, because I think it's going to be pretty neck and neck. So it's definitely something to look out for.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.